Hi there, Anthony here. I've received a lot of questions from people wanting to understand how search engines work. So what I decided to do is to create a couple of short videos to demonstrate and explain how it all fits together. What we're going to look at is what the main search engines are, what search engines are looking for, how to use search efficiently, and how you can benefit your business by driving traffic to your website. Now, the main search engines are Google, Bing, and Yahoo, and for demonstration purposes I'm going to be using Google. Okay, so let's head over to Google and start our demonstration. Now this screen must be very familiar to most people, because this is where you go and search for some weird and wonderful things on the internet. Also, I want to look at this from 2 points of view. The first being people that are searching for information, services or products, and the other is where businesses are selling their services and products. Alright, so let's start our search. What we're going to start searching for is bags, and you'll see that's brought back a whole lot of information about all sorts of bags. But before we go and investigate further, let's have a look what we've got on the screen. We've got information on the left and we've got information on the right. Now the information on the left is what is called organic search, and what information I've got on the right is called paid search. Now I'm not going to be looking at paid search. I must make another video about paid search. What we're going to be concentrating on is organic search. Organic search is very important for anyone who wants to get their information on the internet shown to people who are doing searches, because as you know, you'd like to be on the first page of Google, or maybe the second or third, but thereafter people searching basically give up and start looking elsewhere. So let's see how Google finds this information. What it does, it actually goes out onto the internet, and when it actually finds a website, it crawls or spiders through it looking for information. Now obviously this is a computer program, and it looks for information, indexes it in a database, and when you go and actually put in a search term or a keyword, in this case bags, it goes to its database, finds the entries and returns them on the screen. Now what determines where your entry comes on the screen is relevance. So in this case, where there's bags, you'll notice that it's got bags in bold, because that is exactly what you searched for, and it's come back with the information. So if we have a look at the first entry, it's got handbags, bags, belts, etc. Why did it put it on as the first entry in Google? Is that when it crawled through the website, it found lots and lots of information about bags, but it wasn't just information, it was relevant information and what is deemed in Google's eyes to be useful information. Now this is where SEO comes in and is so important when you've got a website and you're trying to make sure that your search term comes up in Google. As you can see, it's come back with 198 million entries, which is quite astronomical. So you'd never try and compete at this level, but realistically, when people are searching for bags, they're a little bit more specific. in this case you search for leather bags, and now you'll see that there's over 31 million entries, which is still pretty broad. But if you were going to be buying or looking for a leather bag, you'd possibly want to look in the area you live. So let's check what we find in Sydney. Now again, you've come back and you can actually see that it's come back with 302,000 entries, which is starting to become more manageable because it's a competition on how you get to the first page of Google. Now here's a little tip for you people out there. As you can see, it's got here local business results for leather bags and near Sydney. This is a free way of getting your website listed, and when you put leather bags Sydney or whatever business you're on Sydney, or even down to a suburb within a city, it'll bring back the information. So if you head over to what is called Google Places, it's free. All you need to do is add your business, and it's pretty straightforward. So what will happen is that if you were selling leather bags and in Sydney, you could possibly get your business coming up here, and it would be pointing to where you are. Very cheap and easy way of getting your business coming up in the search engines. Now I'm going to actually change this down to a suburb in Sydney. So let's say Bondi Junction. So we're really getting pretty specific. And now if you have a look, it's only got 4,000 entries. And more interesting is that what's happening is in the local area, it's basically coming up with only one entry. So if you were selling bags in Bondi Junction and you had added your business here, it would come up free of charge. So I highly recommend that if you've got a website and you're selling something, go and put the information into Google Places. Okay, let's look at the different ways of doing search. If you put leather bags, you'll see that it returned 31,400,000 search results. If I take the same leather bags and put them into quotes, it's dropped down to 2 million search results. The reason being, it's actually looking for the two words leather bags exactly as you put them in the search. They're right next to each other. When you put leather bags without the quotes, it's looking for leather and bags, but they don't have to be together, and they can be anywhere on a website. So if I take our leather bags and add an extra word, in this case calf leather bags, you'll see it's dropped down to 264,000 searches. Taking it to the next level, we're adding another word, and that is black calf leather bags, and you'll see it's only returned 4 results. Now why this is important is that for 2 reasons. If you're doing a search and you are very specific, the results that returned will be most probably exactly what you're looking for because they are so specific. The other reason is that if you've got a website and you start targeting specific keywords, your competition drops right down, and you have more chance on getting on to the first couple of pages of a search engine. Okay, recapping what we've just gone through, I showed you how search engines finds information on the internet, how it stores the information, and how it returns the information when someone does a search in a search engine. I also showed you how organic, broad and targeted search terms work, and I demonstrated how you can start off with competition of 198 million and get it right down to 4 competing pages. Importantly, I gave you a tip on how to create a entry in Google Places, and by simply putting your products and services and adding a suburb or a city, you have an opportunity of coming up
on the first page of Google. So I'd recommend you go and do this. It's free and is a very good way of getting traffic to your website. Now I hope this video has been helpful and has given you more information on how search engines work. The next video is going to be a little bit more in depth, and it's going to be on understanding SEO. If you have any questions, please email me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.